Hi guys, I'm here to talk about the Amrutam face cleanup. So this is a do-it-yourself skincare product by Amrutam. And one thing I love about Ayurveda and beauty is that it has the best ingredients for skin. So I personally started experimenting with a few things from the kitchen cupboard when I started learning about these ingredients. So it was really nice for Amrutam to create a product that includes a lot of these classic Ayurvedic ingredients that beautify the skin. So let me talk a little bit about the actual product and what's inside it and how these herbs work to improve our complexion. So first I'm going to start off with what I always say about how beauty is from within. So it doesn't matter how much we keep applying on the outside, we have to also look at what's happening inside and know that when we nourish ourselves from the inside, the beauty is going to show on the outside. But when we're talking about just the skin, Ayurveda does have a whole plethora of herbs that have the category of enhancing the complexion. Now, these might be for cosmetic reasons if we're thinking about someone that might need more medical assistance with their skin, but we can look at it more lightly when we're looking at beauty. So traditionally, beauty and women and Indian culture has a lot in beautifying the skin, perhaps before marriage or in ceremony and in ritual. So it's a really lovely thing to do yourself as well, to use this face cleanup, perhaps on a daily basis, or even just get together and have a ritual before a wedding or before a function, just to sort of give your skin a bit of a boost. So Ayurveda has a classification of herbs that enhance the complexion. They're called Varnya herbs. So particularly in this one, we're going to have Haridra, which is haldi. So turmeric, basically. It's one of the classic herbs that improve the glow of the complexion. And it's interesting to note that actually turmeric is also astringent. So I'm going to link that together with another herb later on. So the cleanup also has saffron in there, also known as kesar. Saffron is another herb from this complexion enhancing group and improves the glow and luster of the skin. So saffron is interesting because it's quite a heating herb, and what this does is it improves the circulation through the skin. So that's why it can improve that sort of glow and move away toxins and give that fresh blood supply to the area. It's really good with pigmentation of the skin when there's a lot of scarring or perhaps darker patches. Having saffron in there really helps to reduce that dark discoloration. Another ingredient in here is chandan, which is white sandalwood. So white sandalwood is classic ingredient for being very cooling to the mind and the body, and also the senses too. So when we're using it in skincare, it's really good because anything that cools down will prevent pimples, inflammation and rashes, so it stops any redness. So white sandalwood is actually also astringent too. So astringency in herbs, when you're thinking about the skin, is really important because astringency, it heals wounds by taking out the excess moisture and causing the skin to rebuild itself. So by having astringency, a cooling nature and a heating nature to herbs, we reduce the inflammation, we provide the glow and plumpness to the skin, and at the same time we're improving the cell turnover in healing. So another really cooling herb in this face cleanup is Vetiver. So Vetiver water is very good for cooling down any pitta conditions. So any inflammation that's coming through, Vetiver water is actually recommended in the text to bathe in it quite often when you're in somewhere where it's quite hot. So it's really lovely for the skin. It's also got badam in there, which is almond. So almond is very oily and rejuvenative for all tissues of the body. So having, you can even ground almonds, use almond oil on the hair and the body, and it's incredibly nutritive. We've also got aloe vera in there. So if you've heard about me talk about aloe vera before, it's very good for female conditions and it's very cooling. So anything cooling for the skin is going to reduce any inflammation and promote the skin to heal. So an interesting ingredient in here is Chironji, which is really good for allergic skin conditions. So any sort of rashes, redness or itching, the Chironji in there is going to help to reduce that. And this also works to slough away the top dead layer of the skin. So you can start to see now the problems that can occur There's not enough cell turnover, the blood supply to the skin's weakened, the top layer of the skin's there causing discoloration, build up of toxins and dirt, and it just leaves this lackluster feeling to the skin. Another interesting ingredient in here is Yashad Bhasma. So when I read about this, I thought it was fascinating. It's a zinc oxide that's prepared by processing pure zinc. It has an astringency to it, so again, remember, it helps the skin to heal. And interestingly, it's also a natural sunscreen. So by using this, you're creating a layer of sunscreen on the face, which prevent the sun from darkening the skin. So how do we use the face cleanup? Well, make sure that you've removed your makeup before you use it. That's to start with, because you don't want to apply the ingredients onto your makeup instead of your skin. And make sure you've got a bit of time, because what you could do is you can gently massage a small amount of the cleanup into your hands, apply it onto your face for about 10 to 20 minutes, maybe chill out, read a book, watch a talk, or just relax. And then after that time, you can slowly, gently wipe it off or wash it off with warm water. So using this on a regular basis is going to prevent your skin from darkening in the sun. It's going to keep that top layer of skin sloughed off and clear, and it's going to improve your complexion and glow. So it's got antibacterial and antifungal properties in there when we put these ingredients together to prevent pimples and other skin inflammations from coming up. So the ingredients in here are very rejuvenative, and when we're thinking about rejuvenation, I really find it fascinating with Ayurveda, because really in life, the whole process is to keep transforming and keep renewing ourselves in order to break free from our patterns and to move forward in life. So on a big scale, that's how I put it metaphorically, but on a small scale, when we're talking about our skin, when we're doing daily repetition of rejuvenation to the skin, we're increasing the blood flow, we're improving the complexion, we're healing the wounds, we're preventing sun damage. We are essentially creating a very youthful effect on our skin. So it doesn't age and look as worn out. Especially with nowadays lifestyle, I think it can be really easy to become quite stressed out, be outside a lot, late nights, working long hours, and our face can really take a toll and our skin can really take its toll. So using this is a nice way to include really ancient formula into your daily routine. Thanks for watching, and look out for the next video on the Amrutam YouTube channel. If you have any questions about using the Amrutam face cleanup, you can just write in and they'd be happy to answer.